She froze before he even spoke, her heartbeat louder than the street noise behind her. Jada's shift at the club just ended. 24 years old, bone-tired, smelling like smoke and cheap perfume. She wanted her bed. She wanted silence. She got neither. The black car rolled up slow. Too slow. Like it was hunting. Her stomach dropped. Downtown at 2 a.m. wasn't safe for anyone, but Jada knew how to move fast, keep her head down, avoid trouble. She'd done it 100 times. But tonight felt different. The air changed. Heavy. Thick. Wrong. The car door opened. He stepped out. Hyun-jae. 44. Korean. Silver hair catching the streetlight like a blade. Scar running down his jaw, sharp as a warning. Tattoos peeking from under his sleeves, dark ink curling like smoke. His suit fit him like armor. Expensive. Dangerous. Hi, welcome to this beautiful storytelling channel. Thanks for watching. Kindly subscribe to my channel and tell me what country you are watching from. Jada's legs locked. She couldn't move. Couldn't breathe. Every instinct screamed run, but her body betrayed her. Men on the street turned away. Not looked. Not stared. Turned away. Like they knew. Like they feared him without needing a reason. The street light above her flickered. Once. Twice. Then steadied. Hyun-jae didn't rush. He never had to. Power radiated off him like heat. He moved toward her with the kind of calm that only came from knowing no one could stop him. Jada's mind raced. Who is this man? Why is he here? Why me? He stopped 3 feet away. Close enough to smell him. Leather. Something metallic. Something that made her throat tight. His eyes locked on hers. Dark. Unreadable. Not cruel. Not kind. Just absolute. Her phone buzzed in her pocket. She flinched. He smiled. Faint. Almost nothing. But she saw it. You're Jada, he said. Not a question. A fact. Her heart slammed against her ribs. How did he know her name? She opened her mouth. Nothing came out. He tilted his head slightly, studying her like she was a puzzle he'd already solved. You should get in the car. Her voice cracked. I don't know you. You will. A shadow moved in the alley across the street. Jada's eyes flicked toward it. Someone was watching. Someone else. Not him. Hyun-jae noticed. Of course he did. His jaw tightened. Just a fraction. But she saw it. He reached for the car door. Opened it wider. We can't do this, Jada whispered. She didn't even know what this was. But every nerve in her body screamed danger. He stepped closer. So close she could see the scar better now. Old. Deep. A story she didn't know yet. You're right, he said quietly. We can't. Then he touched her hand. Just to steady her. Just for a second. She didn't pull away. Behind them, footsteps echoed. Fast. Coming closer. Hyun-jae's eyes never left hers. Get in. Now. Every instinct screamed run. Yet she didn't move when he stepped closer. Jada's hand trembled against the car door. Her brain screamed logic. Her body refused to listen. Hyun-jae stood between her and the street like a wall. Not touching her. Not forcing her. Just there. Waiting. The footsteps behind them stopped. She glanced back. Empty sidewalk. No one. But she'd heard them. She knew she had. You're safe with me, Hyun-jae said. His voice was low. Steady. Like he'd said it 1,000 times and meant it every single time. I don't even know you, Jada shot back. Her voice cracked, but she forced the words out. You don't have to. That answer made no sense. None of this did. But the way people moved around him, like water avoiding a stone, told her everything she needed to know. This man wasn't normal. Across the street, a man in a black jacket froze mid-step. Just stopped. Like someone hit pause on him. Hyun-jae hadn't even looked at him. Hadn't spoken. Just raised one hand. A single gesture. The man turned and walked away. Jada's stomach twisted. What kind of power is that? Get in, Hyun-jae repeated. Softer this time. Almost gentle. She shouldn't. Every part of her knew that. But standing on this empty street alone felt more dangerous than whatever waited inside that car. She slid into the back seat. He followed, closed the door. The sound echoed like a prison cell locking. The driver didn't speak, didn't turn around, just drove. Jada pressed herself against the opposite door. Her pulse hammered in her ears. She could smell him again. Leather. Metal. Something darker she couldn't name. "Why me?" she whispered. Hyun-jae didn't answer right away. He studied her like she was a code he was cracking. His eyes traveled over her face, her hands, her posture. Reading everything. "You ask the wrong questions," he finally said. "Then what's the right one?" "Why now?" Her breath caught. That was worse. That meant he'd known about her before tonight. That meant this wasn't random. Her phone buzzed again. She pulled it out with shaking hands. Unknown number. The message made her blood freeze. "Whatever you think you know is already wrong." She stared at the screen. Her throat closed up. Hyun-jae leaned forward slightly, not invading her space. "Just present. You'll get more of those. Ignore them. Who sent this? People who want you confused. And you don't." He almost smiled. "Almost. I want you alive." The car turned down a narrow street. Darker. Quieter. The kind of place where bad things happened and no one heard screaming. Jada's heart raced. "Where are we going?" "Somewhere they can't follow." "They who?" Hyun-jae's jaw tightened. For the first time, she saw something flicker in his eyes. Not fear. Never fear. But concern. "You don't know what you're caught in," he said quietly. "Then tell me." "Not yet." She wanted to scream. Wanted to grab the door handle and throw herself out onto the street. But something stopped her. Maybe it was the way he looked at her. Not like prey. Not like a possession. Like someone he was trying to protect. The car slowed. Stopped in front of an old warehouse. Rusted metal. Broken windows. The kind of place you only went if you didn't plan on leaving. Jada's breath came fast. "Shallow. I'm not going in there." "You are." "No." Hyun-jae turned to face her fully now. His eyes locked on hers. Dark. Unreadable. Terrifying. "You think you have a choice," he said softly. "You don't." The driver's door opened. A man stepped out. Tall. Broad. Tattoos crawling up his neck. He opened Jada's door. She didn't move. Hyun-jae sighed. Not frustrated. Just tired. Like he'd played this scene before. "5 minutes," he said. "Give me 5 minutes. If you still want to leave after that, I'll take you home myself." She didn't believe him. But she got out anyway. Inside the warehouse, men lined the walls. Silent. Armed. All of them watching Hyun-jae like he was a god. He walked to the center of the room. Pulled out his phone. Made a call. 1 sentence. That's all it took. "It's done." Every man in the room relaxed. Not completely. But enough. Jada stood frozen. What just happened? Hyun-jae ended the call. Turned to her. "You see that?" "See what?" "Control." She swallowed hard. He stepped closer. Close enough that she had to tilt her head back to look at him. "You think I'm dangerous," he said. "You're right. But I'm the only thing standing between you and people far worse. I don't understand." "You will." A man approached from the shadows. He didn't speak. Just handed Hyun-jae a briefcase. Hyun-jae opened it. Inside, Jada saw a photo. Of her. Her stomach dropped. "Why do you have that?" she whispered. Hyun-jae's expression didn't change. "Because someone else does too." He closed the briefcase. Handed it back. The man disappeared. Jada's hands shook. "Who?" "That," Hyun-jae said quietly, "is what I'm trying to find out." From the corner of her eye, Jada saw movement. Another man. Slipping something into Hyun-jae's coat pocket. She didn't say anything. But she didn't forget. He leaned in, and the world blurred. Her survival instincts betrayed her desire to move away. Jada's back hit the cold warehouse wall. She hadn't even realized she'd been stepping backward. Hyun-jae followed. Not aggressive. Just inevitable. The space between them shrank to nothing. She could count his heartbeats if she wanted to. Steady. Calm. Like standing this close to a stranger in a dangerous warehouse was normal for him. Maybe it was. "We can't do this," she whispered. The words came out automatic, like her brain was trying to protect her from something her body already wanted. "Do what?" His voice was quiet. Too quiet. "This. Whatever this is." He tilted his head, studying her again. "You think I'm here to hurt you? I don't know what you're here for." "Good. Keep it that way." That answer should have scared her. It did, but it also pulled her in deeper. He smelled like leather and gunpowder and something faintly metallic she couldn't place. It should have repulsed her. It didn't. His hand came up. Slowly. She flinched. He stopped. "I'm not going to touch you unless you fall." "I'm not going to fall." "You're shaking." She was. Her whole body trembled like a leaf in a storm. Hyunjae's eyes softened. Just for a second. Just enough for her to see something human underneath all that control. "You're safe here," he said. "You keep saying that. I don't believe you." "You will." A door slammed somewhere in the warehouse. Footsteps echoed. Heavy. Fast. Hyunjae didn't move. Didn't even look. A man appeared. Out of breath. Panicked. "Sir, they're moving faster than we thought." Hyunjae raised one hand. The man stopped talking immediately. Silence. Jada watched the exchange. No words. Just a look. And the man nodded and disappeared back into the shadows. "What was that?" Jada asked. "Nothing you need to worry about." "Everything about this feels like something I should worry about." Hyunjae almost smiled. "Almost. You're smarter than I thought." "Is that supposed to be a compliment?" "It's a fact." He stepped back. Finally. Gave her space to breathe. But the air still felt heavy. Jada pushed off the wall. Her legs barely held her. "I want to leave." "Not yet. You said 5 minutes." "That was 10 minutes ago." She blinked. He was right. Time had folded in on itself. She'd lost track completely. "Then take me home." "You promised." Hyunjae stared at her. Long, hard. Like he was deciding something. Then he nodded. "Okay." She didn't expect that. Didn't expect him to actually honor his word. He turned and walked toward the exit. She followed, keeping distance between them. But as they reached the door, he stopped. "Turn back." "One thing," he said. "What?" "When you get home, don't open your door for anyone. Not your neighbors. Not your friends. No one." Her stomach dropped. "Why?" "Because they'll be coming for you." "Who?" He didn't answer. Just opened the door. The driver was already waiting outside. Engine running. Jada climbed in. Hyunjae didn't follow this time. He stood in the doorway watching her. "Go," he told the driver. The car pulled away. Jada looked back. Hyunjae was still there. Still watching. Then he disappeared into the shadows. Her phone buzzed. She pulled it out. Another message. Unknown number. "He's lying to you. Get out while you still can." Her hands shook so hard she almost dropped the phone. The driver glanced at her in the rearview mirror. "You okay, miss?" She wasn't. But she nodded anyway. 15 minutes later, the car stopped in front of her apartment building. The driver got out. Opened her door. "Mr. Hyun said to walk you up." "I'm fine." He insisted. Jada climbed out. Her legs felt like water. The driver walked her to the entrance. Waited until she unlocked the door. "Good night, miss." He left. Jada stood in the lobby, staring at the elevator. Her apartment was on the 5th floor. She pressed the button. The elevator doors opened. And her heart stopped. Inside on the floor was a single red rose. And a note. She picked it up with trembling fingers. "We can't do this, but we will." It was written in handwriting she didn't recognize. But somehow, she knew exactly who it was from. He spoke once, and a room full of armed men obeyed like clockwork. Jada couldn't sleep. The rose sat on her kitchen counter, mocking her. She'd locked every door. Every window. Even the one that hadn't opened in 2 years. But it didn't matter. At 6 a.m., her phone rang. Unknown number. She almost didn't answer. But something told her to. "Hello. Get dressed." "I'm outside." "Hyunjae." Her pulse spiked. How do you know where I live? I know everything about you. The line went dead. She looked out her window. 5 floors down. The black car sat at the curb. He was leaning against it, looking up, like he knew exactly which window was hers. She should have ignored him. Should have called the police. But she got dressed instead. 10 minutes later, she was in the car. Where are we going? She asked. Somewhere you'll understand. That wasn't an answer. But she'd stopped expecting real answers from him. They drove for 20 minutes. Stopped in front of a building she didn't recognize. Glass. Steel. Expensive. Hyun-jae let her inside. The lobby was empty. Too empty. Like it had been cleared for them. They took the elevator to the top floor. The doors opened. Jada stepped into a room full of men. All of them armed. All of them staring at her. Her breath caught. Hyun-jae walked to the center of the room. Didn't look at anyone. Just pulled out his phone. One call. It's handled, he said into the phone. Then hung up. Immediately, every man in the room relaxed. Not completely. But enough. Jada watched, stunned. Hyun-jae turned to her. You see it now? See what? Why they fear me. She did. God help her, she did. He didn't need to raise his voice. Didn't need to threaten. His presence alone commanded the room. A man approached. Older. Scarred. He whispered something to Hyun-jae. Hyun-jae nodded once. The man left. What was that? Jada asked. Business. What kind of business? The kind that keeps you alive. Before she could respond, Hyun-jae's phone rang again. He answered. Listened. His jaw tightened. No, he said. Calm. Final. You don't touch her. If you do, I'll burn everything you've built to the ground. Silence. Then he hung up. Jada's heart pounded. Who was that? Someone who wanted to negotiate. For what? You. Her blood turned to ice. Hyun-jae walked to the window. Looked out over the city. You're valuable, Jada. More than you know. Why? He didn't answer. From across the room, a man approached Hyun-jae. Handed him a briefcase. Hyun-jae opened it. Pulled out a file. And inside was a photo. Of her family. Her mother. Her younger brother. Both circled in red. Jada's knees almost gave out. What is this? She whispered. Hyun-jae closed the file. Handed it back. Insurance. Against what? Against you running. Her stomach twisted. The man who'd handed him the briefcase slipped something into Hyun-jae's coat pocket before walking away. Jada saw it. A folded piece of paper. Hyun-jae didn't react. Didn't acknowledge it. But she knew it was important. I've been watching over you longer than you realize, he whispered, and her blood froze. Jada stared at the photo of her family. Her hands shook. You can't do this, she said. Her voice was barely above a whisper. You can't threaten them. Hyun-jae turned to face her. His expression didn't change. I'm not threatening them. I'm protecting them. By putting targets on their backs? The targets were already there. That stopped her cold. What are you talking about? Hyun-jae walked toward her. Slow. Deliberate. Like he was approaching something fragile. You think this started tonight? He asked quietly. You think I just noticed you by chance? I don't know what to think anymore. Then let me make it clear. He stopped in front of her. Close. Too close. I've been watching over you for 3 years. The room tilted. 3 years. Her voice cracked. Yes. Why? Because someone else was watching you first. Her breath came fast. Shallow. Who? People who don't forgive. People who don't forget. That's not an answer. It's the only one I can give you right now. Jada wanted to scream. Wanted to run. But her legs wouldn't move. Hyun-jae's eyes softened. Just a fraction. I know you're scared. You should be. But I need you to trust me. Trust you? I don't even know you. You know enough. No. I don't. He sighed. For the first time, he looked tired. Like carrying this weight was finally catching up to him. Your father, he said quietly. He made a deal a long time ago. A deal that saved his life but put yours at risk. Jada's heart stopped. My father's dead. I know. Then how? Because the people he made that deal with are still alive. And they want payment. What kind of payment? Hyun-jae's jaw tightened. You. The word hung in the air like a death sentence. Jada stumbled backward. Her back hit the wall. No, she whispered. No, that's not. It's real, Hyun-jae said. And if I hadn't stepped in, you'd already be gone. Tears burned her eyes. She refused to let them fall. Why would you help me? He didn't answer right away. Just looked at her like he was deciding how much truth she could handle. Because I owed your father, he finally said. Owed him what? My life. Before she could process that, Hyun-jae's phone buzzed. He glanced at it. His expression darkened. We need to leave. Now. Why? What's happening? They know you're here. Her stomach dropped. Who? Everyone who wants you dead. He grabbed her arm. Not rough, but firm. They moved toward the exit. But before they reached it, the lights went out. Darkness swallowed the room. Jada's heart hammered. She felt Hyun-jae's hand tighten on her arm. Stay close. Gunfire exploded outside. A car exploded 2 blocks away, and he didn't flinch, but she did. The explosion rattled the windows. Flames lit up the night sky. Jada's ears rang. Her whole body shook. Hyun-jae didn't move. Didn't even blink. Stay behind me, he said. What's happening? They're making a statement. What kind of statement? The kind that kills people. More gunfire. Closer now. Hyun-jae pulled a gun from inside his jacket. The movement was smooth. Practiced. Like breathing. Jada's breath caught. You said I was safe. You are. As long as you stay with me. The door burst open. 3 men rushed in. Armed. Masked. Hyun-jae fired once. 1 man dropped. Fired again. Another fell. The 3rd man hesitated. Hyun-jae didn't. The man hit the ground. Silence. Jada couldn't breathe. Couldn't think. Hyun-jae grabbed her hand. Move. Now. They ran. Down the hallway. Down the stairs. Out into the street. The black car was already waiting. The driver threw the door open. Jada dove inside. Hyun-jae followed. The car peeled out before the door even closed. Jada's hands shook. You just killed 3 people. They would have killed you. How do you know? Because I know who sent them. She wanted to ask more, but her voice wouldn't work. Hyun-jae pulled out his phone. Made a call. Clean it, he said. Then hung up. That was it. 2 words. And somewhere people were erasing what just happened like it never existed. Jada stared at him. Who are you? Someone trying to keep you alive. That's not an answer. It's the only one that matters. The car turned down a side street. Stopped in front of a building she didn't recognize. Where are we? Somewhere they won't find you. Hyun-jae got out. Jada followed. Inside, the building was empty. Dark. Cold. He led her up 3 flights of stairs. Opened a door. The apartment was small. Clean. Safe. You'll stay here tonight, he said. And tomorrow? We'll see if you survive tonight first. That wasn't comforting. Hyun-jae walked to the window. Looked out. They'll come for you, he said quietly. Not tonight. But soon. Why are you telling me this? Because you need to understand what you're up against. Jada's chest tightened. I didn't ask for this. No one ever does. He turned to face her. His coat shifted. Something fell out of his pocket. An envelope. Jada bent down. Picked it up before he could stop her. Inside was a photo. Of her family. Her mother. Her brother. Both marked with red circles. And a date. Tomorrow. Her hands trembled. What is this? Hyun-jae's expression didn't change. A reminder. Of what? That you're not the only one in danger. He smiled as he silenced a man without raising a hand, and she felt torn between fear and fascination. Jada couldn't sleep. The photo of her family burned in her mind. At 3 a.m., she heard voices downstairs. She crept to the door, pressed her ear against it. Hyun-jae's voice. Calm. Cold. I don't care what he wants. Tell him no. Silence. Then another voice. Pleading. Desperate. Please, sir. He'll kill my family if I don't. The sound of impact. A body hitting the floor. Jada's stomach twisted. Your family doesn't concern me, Hyunjae said. No emotion. No mercy. You betrayed me. That's all that matters. Another sound. A whimper. Then silence. Jada stepped back from the door. Her hands shook. Who is this man? The door opened. Hyunjae stood there. Blood on his knuckles. His expression blank. You were listening, he said. I heard. What you needed to hear. He walked past her. Went to the sink. Washed his hands like he'd just finished cooking dinner. You just hurt someone, Jada whispered. I did. Why? Because he tried to sell you. Her breath caught. What? Hyunjae dried his hands. Turned to face her. He worked for me. He was supposed to protect you. Instead, he took money to give up your location. So you. I made sure he couldn't do it again. Jada's mind spun. Is he dead? Not yet. But he will be if he tries again. She should have been horrified. Should have run. But part of her understood. And that terrified her more than anything. Hyunjae walked toward her. His eyes searched her face. You're wondering if I'm a monster, he said quietly. Are you? To most people? Yes. And to me? He stopped in front of her. Close enough to touch. To you, he said softly. I'm the only thing keeping you alive. His hand came up. Brushed a strand of hair from her face. She flinched. He pulled back immediately. I won't touch you unless you want me to. I don't. Liar. Her breath hitched. Because he was right. Some sick, twisted part of her wanted him closer. We can't do this, she whispered. You keep saying that. Because it's true. Is it? He stepped back. Gave her space. But the tension didn't leave. Get some sleep, he said. Tomorrow's going to be worse. Worse than this. Much worse. He walked to the door. Stopped. Looked back. Jada. What? Don't trust anyone. Not even me. Then he left. She stood frozen. Her phone buzzed. Unknown number. You're falling for him. That's exactly what he wants. Her hands shook so hard she almost dropped the phone. Another message. Ask him about the fire. Ask him what really happened to your father. Her heart stopped. The fire. The one that killed her father 3 years ago. She'd been told it was an accident. But now, footsteps in the hallway. She shoved the phone in her pocket. Hyunjae walked back in. His expression dark. We have a problem, he said. What kind of problem? The kind where you need to choose. Right now. Choose what? Stay with me and live. Or leave and die. Jada's pulse hammered. That's not a choice. It's the only one you have. From outside, she heard engines. Multiple cars. Hyunjae's jaw tightened. They're here. Who? Everyone. He pulled his gun. Checked the clip. Jada's knees went weak. What do I do? Hyunjae looked at her. Really looked at her. You survive, he said. No matter what. The first gunshot shattered the window. Everything he did, it was connected to her family's darkest secret. Glass exploded inward. Jada hit the floor. Hyunjae fired back. 3 shots. Precise. Deadly. A body dropped outside. Stay down, he ordered. Jada crawled behind the couch. Her heart slammed against her ribs. More gunfire. The walls splintered. Hyunjae moved like water. Smooth. Efficient. Every shot counted. 2 more men fell. Then silence. He reloaded. Didn't even look winded. Is it over? Jada whispered. Not even close. He pulled out his phone. Made a call. Bring the files. All of them. He hung up. Jada's hands shook. What files? The ones that explain why you're still alive. 10 minutes later, a man arrived. Handed Hyunjae a briefcase. Hyunjae opened it. Inside were folders. Documents. Photos. He pulled one out. Handed it to Jada. Her father's face stared back at her. Younger. Smiling. Standing next to a man she didn't recognize. Who is that? She asked. Me. 10 years ago. Her stomach dropped. You knew my father? I worked for him. The room spun. That's impossible. My father was. Not who you think he was. Hyun-jae pulled out another photo. Her father, in a suit, surrounded by men with guns. Your father wasn't a victim, Jada. He was a player. No, you're lying. I wish I was. He handed her another document. A contract, signed by her father. The terms made her blood run cold. He sold information, Hyun-jae said quietly, to people who used it to destroy lives. And when they came to collect payment, he offered them something else. What? You? Jada's vision blurred. No. He thought he could negotiate. Thought he could buy more time. But they don't negotiate. So what happened? I killed them before they could take you. Her breath stopped. The fire, she whispered. That wasn't an accident. No. It was me. The world tilted. You killed my father? I killed the men who came for you. Your father died in the crossfire. Jada's legs gave out. She collapsed onto the couch. Why didn't you tell me? Because you weren't ready. And now you don't have a choice. He pulled out one more document. A list of names. At the top, her mother. Her brother. They're coming for them next, Hyun-jae said. Unless you help me stop it. How? By finishing what your father started. Jada's phone buzzed. She pulled it out. Unknown number. He's using you. Everything he's told you is a lie. Meet me at the old pier in 1 hour. Come alone. I'll tell you the truth. Her hands trembled. Hyun-jae saw the message. His expression darkened. Don't, he said. Why not? Because it's a trap. How do you know? Because I sent the same message 3 years ago. To your father. Run, stay, fight. Every choice felt like losing everything she loved. Jada stared at the message. Her mind raced. Hyun-jae watched her. Waiting. You're not going, he said. Not a question. A command. You don't get to tell me what to do. I do when it keeps you alive. Maybe I don't want to be alive like this. His jaw tightened. Don't say that. Why not? You've taken everything from me. My father. My peace. My choices. I saved your life. Did you? Or did you just trap me in a nightmare? Silence. Hyun-jae looked away. For the first time, she saw something crack in his armor. Guilt. I did what I had to do, he said quietly. So did my father. And look where it got him. She stood, grabbed her jacket. Where are you going? Hyun-jae asked. To get answers. You'll die. Then I die knowing the truth. She headed for the door. Hyun-jae moved faster. Blocked her path. Move, she said. No. I'm not asking. Neither am I. They stood inches apart. Tension crackling between them. You care about me, Jada whispered. Don't you? His expression shifted. Just barely. More than I should. Then let me go. I can't. Why not? Because losing you would destroy me. The confession hung in the air. Jada's breath caught. Before she could respond, his phone rang. He answered. Listened. His face went pale. When? He asked. Silence. Then he hung up. What happened? Jada asked. Your brother. They took him. Her world stopped. No. 20 minutes ago. From his school. Her knees buckled. Hyun-jae caught her. We'll get him back, he said. How? By giving them what they want. What do they want? He looked at her. Eyes dark with something she couldn't name. Me. What? They want me to trade myself for your brother. You can't do that. I don't have a choice. Yes, you do. We both do. What are you saying? Jada pulled away from him. Her mind raced. We fight, she said. Together. You don't know how. Then teach me. Hyun-jae stared at her. Something shifted in his expression. Respect. It's going to be ugly, he said. I don't care. People will die. As long as my brother isn't one of them. He nodded slowly. Okay. He handed her a gun. She took it. Her hands shook. You know how to use this? No. You will by the time we leave. 20 minutes later, they were in the car. Hyun-jae drove. Fast. Focused. Jada sat in the passenger seat. The gun felt heavy in her lap. When we get there, Hyun-jae said, you do exactly what I say. No questions. What if you're wrong? Then we both die. The car screeched to a stop. They were at the docks. Dark. Empty. Dangerous. Hyun-jae got out. Jada followed. They walked toward the water. A figure emerged from the shadows. Tall. Armed. Smiling. You came, the man said. Where's the boy? Hyun-jae asked. Safe. For now. Let him go. After you answer one question. What question? The man's smile widened. Did you really think you could protect her forever? Hyun-jae's hand went to his gun. But before he could draw, Jada saw movement behind them. Hyun. She pushed him. A gunshot exploded. Hyun-jae hit the ground. Blood pooled beneath him. He revealed the final truth, and her world shattered in a heartbeat. Jada's scream tore through the night. Hyun-jae lay motionless. Blood spreading. The man with the gun laughed. Didn't see that coming, did you? Jada's hands shook. The gun felt like fire in her grip. You killed him, she whispered. Not yet. But I will. He aimed at Hyun-jae's head. Jada raised her gun. Don't, she said. The man looked at her. Amused. You don't even know how to use that. Try me. He hesitated. That was his mistake. Jada fired. The recoil knocked her back. But the shot landed. The man stumbled. Fell. She ran to Hyun-jae. Dropped to her knees. Stay with me, she begged. His eyes opened. Barely. You shot him, he whispered. I had to. Good. He coughed. Blood on his lips. You're not dying, Jada said. I won't let you. Not your choice. Yes, it is. She pressed her hands against the wound, trying to stop the bleeding. Her phone buzzed. She ignored it. It buzzed again. Hyun-jae's hand grabbed hers. Weak. Shaking. Answer it, he said. She pulled out the phone. Unknown number. She answered. Jada. A voice she didn't recognize. Your brother's safe. For now. Where is he? That depends on you. What do you want? The truth. Ask Hyun-jae who really killed your father. Her breath stopped. He already told me. Did he? Or did he tell you what he wanted you to believe? She looked down at Hyun-jae. His eyes were closed now. What are you saying? I'm saying the men he claims to have killed? They worked for him. The fire that killed your father? He said it. Not to save you. To control you. You're lying. Am I? Ask him about the insurance policy. The one your father took out on you before he died. Ask him who the beneficiary is. The line went dead. Jada's hands shook. Hyun, she whispered. Wake up. His eyes opened. Barely. The insurance policy, she said. The one my father took out. Who gets it if I die? He didn't answer. Tell me. His lips moved. Barely audible. I do. Her heart shattered. You've been planning this from the beginning. No. Then why? Because I needed a reason to keep you close. So you could kill me? No. His hand gripped hers tighter. So I wouldn't. Tears streamed down her face. I don't understand. The policy was bait. To see who would come for you. I took it to protect you. From who? From me. Sirens wailed in the distance. Hyun-jae's grip weakened. You have a choice now, he whispered. Leave and live. Or stay and become like me. I don't want either. Too late. His eyes closed. Jada heard footsteps behind her. She turned. A woman stood there. Elegant. Armed. Hello, Jada, the woman said. Who are you? Your father's real partner. The one Hyun-jae didn't tell you about. Jada's world tilted. And you're coming with me. Unless you want your brother to die. The woman smiled. Choose wisely. You only get one chance. Had Jada just lost her only protector? Or gained something far more dangerous? Her father's legacy? What happens next will change everything. Don't miss the next chapter. Drop a comment. Do you think Jada should trust the woman, or is this another trap? Let me know below.